played music. I liked fixing amps and messing around with guitars, and I realised I had an interest in electronics.
There would be a plug in the corner. I'd say, Dad, how does that work? And he'd say, take it apart and I'll show you in 10 minutes. And there's the encyclopedia, you can go and find anything.
My dad's an engineer, and the variety of work my dad was involved in, and that was the kind of thing I wanted, not the same things every day in work.
If you look at the software side, the electronic side, the mechanical side of engineering, it's all around you. It's in the very fabric of the whole society that we live in.
Engineers are always going to be required. There's always going to be jobs out there for engineers, whether it's in Ireland or abroad. Engineers are always going to be needed.
If you have a real passion for energy, mechanical engineers are in high demand there as well, as are electrical engineers. And if you're a real tech head, if you really love future technologies, electronics is a great course to study, because you can go into semicon, you can go into telecoms.
So I'm an engineer and scientist, and I use that in my career as a performer and a communicator. I make theatre pieces and live art pieces which incorporate science and technology.
It's a very busy job. My day-to-day involves looking after the heart-lung bypass machines, the life support equipment, ventilators, patient monitoring, pumps, the whole range of medical devices really that you would use in a hospital.
My projects have been introducing new pieces of equipment that enable the line to process more parts, which obviously more parts means a reduced cost, or improving the process as it is.
I work as part of a huge team working with quality, working with production, supervisors, even working with finance on a daily basis to make sure that the product gets out the door.
Things I love about my job are the variety of projects I've been involved in and my opportunity to travel.
I've never ever been bored. I've come home every day and said that was a useful day. What I'm doing is helping people, it's taking part in society, it's having a valuable contribution to the overall running and betterment of the equipment that's used on patients.
Well, civil engineer, it's so broad. That's the best thing I think about it, is it's networks and systems and services, so roads, bridges, rails.
It's basically understanding processes. So it could be anything from pharmaceuticals to oil and gas, where I am, to bio, to food processing. It's such a wide range of things.
I would encourage people to really study maths and, a science subject such as physics.
Physics was this really tough subject that was beyond me, and I did struggle with it, and I got grinds, and then one day it all just made sense. And I actually think what happened to me, it wasn't that it made sense, I think one day I got confidence.
You need to have a real interest in maths or an understanding of it. So I would definitely say, if you're choosing between studying for higher level maths or not, to stick with the higher level for as long as you can.
I also did economics, which gave me an insight into project management and budgeting, which I use on a day-to-day basis in my work.
It's a very difficult degree. It can be very difficult, especially I think chemical engineering, if you haven't got a background in physics or chemistry. But I wouldn't let that put you off.
Now, when I think back at college, I don't think of a place that was like hard work and long hours. I think of a place where I went and I had a laugh and I got to know loads of people that I'm still friends with now.
I'd always liked guitars and amplifiers and stuff like that and messing around with them, but I discovered that I had a knack for kind of understanding electronics the more I looked into it, and I thought it might be useful to do. So I went to a careers day in a couple of colleges and had a look at the various options, and then decided I would like to do electronic engineering.
Went travelling around Australia. When I was there, used the old engineering degree to teach people computer software. So I would be travelling, I'd drop off, do the training, get paid a whole lot of money, then head back up, head further north, stop off again. So it was great.
There's a lot of demand for Irish engineers at the moment. There is a skill shortage in certain areas, mechanical engineering and chemical or process engineering. We have a lot of pharmaceutical and biotech companies in Ireland that are growing rapidly, and that's one place where we would definitely see a lot of opportunity for engineers of all sectors.
I feel I have a very challenging and progressive career that I see a future in. And I think that science and technology will always have a future.
Ask yourself, how does this work? Are you genuinely interested in how things work? If you are, you're probably going to be an engineer.
I would encourage people to ask questions. I've always asked questions. I always wanted to know, why is maths relevant to me? Why do I need it? What does it do for me? You know, and I would ask people about their careers and how they got into them and what they're doing. I would never stop asking questions.